Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I am Soundmeister Will G at it once again. Today I'm doing something for all of my bass heads and my hip hoppers who want to feel that low down dirty bass. Well, today guys, I've got some songs for you and I'm going to tune this bass out, and I've got a couple tracks I'm going to use. So I want you guys to sit back, and you know how I always do. I tell everybody, put those headphones and those earbuds on. Sit tight, because today we're going to jump right into it. As normal, I always start off in a flat mode, then I enhance so you can hear the difference, and I go back and forth. So I want you guys to just take note of the settings that I'm doing. At the end of this video, I will have a graph up that you can use to adjust your music with. And once again, I am using a 12-band sound enhancer, which is better known as the Equalizer. So if you're using a 10-band, you can get the same sound. It'll just be a slight difference in the low frequency and the bass, because I'm using 12 and if you have 10. So of course, the more bands you have, the better the frequency. So with all that being said, let's go ahead and get right into it, everybody. We're going to start this off in flat, and then we're going to move into our enhancements. Here we go. That is nasty. Okay, now we're going to play it in flat mode. We're going to take everything out, play in its original mode right now for you. Okay, we're going back into the enhanced mode. Now I'm going to give you the setting that's in this particular equalizer that I really don't use, but I want you to hear the difference. Notice the curve on the settings. Now we're going to go back to flat. Woo! Oh man. Woo, Lord have mercy. Oh my goodness. I'm glad that I got a bottle of this right here to take me through, guys. So right now, excuse me for just 1 second. Oh yeah, oh yeah. All right, everybody. Okay, that was the first one that we went through. Now what I want to show you guys is on that particular setting that I used for that song, as you noticed on the low end. Let me bring this up so I can show this to you. And what I did was, in this particular mode right here, if you notice, I brought my high end up just enough to bring out some of the low end. Didn't take it all the way up, but just enough. My emphasis is strictly back here on this low end. So this is why I say preferably I prefer at least a 12-band equalizer. Even with listening to hip hop and R&B, no matter what my music is, I prefer 12 bands at least over 10 or 7. So that being said, guys, I hope that you were able to distinguish and hear the differences in the sound of the music that was played on that one. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this to another track for you guys. So basically, I want you guys to hear the comparison between how you can pretty much set your low end. You know, you have different, people say bass is bass, but bass is not bass. So in my many years of listening to music and letting stuff adjust itself, play, tune, talking to people who've been in the business for 20, 30, 40 years, those old cats taught me a lot. So what I've learned to do was I take my time and I adjust my sound and I get everything exactly like I want it. Now, once again, like I said, everyone is different. So when it comes to bass, some people like that rock hard, body, chest punching bass. Some people like that bass where it's smooth and it's mild. So in this particular case, this is for all of my bass heads and my hip hoppers out there who want that drop. So right now I'm going to move into another track, and we're going to do a different, or should I say, we're going to try the same bass setting, and then I'm going to give you guys a more smoother bass setting that you guys can feel. So again, I'm going to start this off flat, and then I'm going to just turn on the bass setting that I just did, and then from there we're going to move into a second setting with a smoother bass. Okay, here we go, everybody. Here's my original bass setting. Ooh, it's got stuff in here shaking and rattling and vibrating. Oh my goodness. Now we're going to take it back flat. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to give this a more subtle, smoother bass frequency on this music. Now I'm going to take it flat. Okay, we're going to let it go one other round. It's in the flat mode. Now we're going to that second bass setting. Take it back to a flat mode. Now we're going to enhance it once again. That was the first bass setting. Oh, it's dropping. Now I want to give you the second bass setting. That's the second setting there. Wow. Okay, guys. Okay. I hope that you were able to feel something out of that, because this is what I was talking about. When you have those different sounds in that music and those frequencies are at different levels, it is something to just want to feel that bass. For my people out there who love that loud, that heavy bass, that's something that it's like you want it a certain way. Now, when tuning bass, what I have learned, again, like I always say, I start from right to left, not left to right. And again, like I said, I was asked, why do I do that? And the reason is because no matter what type of music that I'm listening to, I want to try and bring out what's already there. Meaning that if I am at a flat level, which you see right here, and I start around an 8,000 to 12,000 hertz range, which I'm at right here with these two plus this 1.6. So right here I'm at 6,000, 8, and 12,000 hertz range. Once I begin to bring these up, my mid range to my high frequency will start to come out just enough that I can hear the difference. Once I do that, in a lot of cases, I will come over here to my high frequency, which in this case would be 16,000 hertz, and I begin to bring this up just to smooth it out. Once I have this, then I come back here to my 4,000 and 2,000 hertz range and bring those up slowly, because that's mainly where my vocal range is going to be, somewhere up in that frequency, depending on the music that you're listening to. A lot of times with this 1,000 hertz band right here, I really don't play with that too much unless I'm really listening to certain classical music or certain jazz music. But for the most part, I leave this at 0. Every once in a while, it's good to adjust this depending on what you're listening to. If you're listening to vocals where a person has a heavy, deep voice and you want to kind of put emphasis on it, you want to put it around the 1,000 to 2,000 hertz range, just a little bit to play with it, to kind of feel it out, and you adjust from there. Now, on this back end here, from 500 on down, this is where I begin to get into my lower frequencies. So what I do is I bring up my 500 first, then I go to my 250, 125, 62, and then 31 hertz. Now, just as a rule of thumb, the 31 hertz frequency right here, I really don't bring this up too much. I bring up more of the 62 hertz right here, because this is really going to give me a nice, smooth low end. Once I begin to bring up this 62 hertz, that's when that bass really starts to come out and you begin to really feel that punch. So what I'm going to do is, for the most part, when I have my settings flat, that's why I always start right to left and go back. But there are some instances where if you have certain headphones, certain earbuds you're listening to, the quality of every earbud and every headphone is different. The materials that driver inside of those headphones and those earbuds, all of them are different for the most part. Sometimes you may have a 7mm driver, 9mm driver, 10mm driver. Now they're up to 12mm drivers in these earbuds in particular. With headphones, you're talking about 40mm drivers. So depending on the material that they're made of, that also plays a big part in the type of sound that you can get. So what I want to do right now is, that was just my first one, guys. I've got another one here that I want you guys to check out in here, and we're going to adjust this one because I really think that this is gonna speak to those people who really want to hear that boom, low rider, drop it like it's hot. So what we're gonna do is, let me see. We are looking at, let me see. I'm going my low rider. 'Cause like I said, guys, I do everything live. I believe in giving it to you guys raw and uncut. That's just the way I play. So right now, without further ado, guys, we're going to jump into this next one and we're going to tune it and we're going to see how you like it from there. So get those headbuds, excuse me, guys, and earbuds on, and we're going to take a ride. This Buffalo Trace is starting to talk to me a little bit, but I'm in control. Here we go, everybody. Okay, that was our other one. So we are going to go here. We're going to come back to, let me see here. We're going to do, where is my let go? This is it. Here we go, everybody. I hope you can feel that low end. Right now, everything is flat. No enhancements at all. Now I'm going to work my enhancements to bring it up. Oh my goodness. If you see where I have it adjusted right now, that's optimum. That right there is optimum. I'm going to save this and we're going to do our comparisons. Now we're going to go to a flat mode. Now we're going back to the enhanced mode. Oh my goodness. I hope you guys heard and felt that. That's what I'm talking about. That was it. Now, that being said, hold on for 1 second here. Woo. I had to get a drink after that one right there. Okay, everybody. Now, that particular one was strictly for the bass heads. Now, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take this bass to a different setting so you guys can do the comparison. And what I'm going to do is, like I said, I always start from right to left. This time I'm going to leave the right flat and bring up the left just enough on that low end so you can get that good comparison of what I'm talking about, okay? So here we go, everybody. I hope you can hear that hum. Oh my goodness. As you can see, I have no emphasis on anything from the mid-range going forward to the highs. Bring it back flat. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Amazing. I wish you could hear this in this room. Oh my goodness. That's all I can say. Oh my goodness. This is off the chain. I mean, totally off the chain. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you guys one more setting that I'm going to use for the bass before I wrap this up. And again, at the end of my videos, what I will do is I will put settings in there for you to use for your earbuds and your headphones, whichever you have, or if you have them both, you can use these settings. This is just a guideline of, in my opinion, what I listen to get the most out of my music, no matter if it's earbuds or headphones, since they do have a different sound. But nonetheless, the quality of the bass, the smoothness, the clarity, that's what you want. You don't want it muddied out. You don't want it distorted to the point where it's like blah type sound. You want that nice smooth hum that you can feel it when you're standing up with those headbuds. I mean, excuse me, oh Lord, this music has got me twisted right now. This bass was dropping so hard in here. Let me compose myself for a minute. Like I was saying, when that bass hits and you have those earbuds in, you want to actually feel like your body is feeling the bass. Although they're in your ears, it feels like to your mind is tricking your body that you are feeling it. And that's the sound that I want you guys to be able to achieve, because when I listen to mine based off of my setups, that's how my music sounds. So with that being said, I'm going to get into this last adjustment setting off of the same track. And what we're going to do is we're going to use the same track, but I'm going to do another setting that I want you to hear how the bass is going to be smoother, but we're still going to get that same effect, okay? So here we go, everybody. In a flat mode right now. Now I'm going to begin my sound enhancement. goodness. Now I'm going to take it to a flat mode, no enhancement. Woo! Okay, we are going to run this a second time because it sounds so good. Here we go. Again, flat mode. I'm going to take it right to the setting that was just done. Back to a flat mode. Back to enhanced mode. We want to do the second enhanced mode. Woo! My goodness, my goodness, my goodness. I have to let that go one more time and we're going to get out of here. Yes. This is the one I want you guys to see. I hope you can feel that low end. But yet the music still sounds crisp and clean. Back in flat. Back in enhanced. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, my goodness. Okay, everybody. All I can say is I wish you were here with me so you can hear this and you can experience what I'm talking about. This is incredible. What I'm going to do is this particular setting right here, I will do a include for you guys on this. But once again, I just want to point something out real quick before I wrap this up. Like I said before, I put my main emphasis on the rear end, which is the low side, since the frequency of the song is very deep. I did not really go past 4 decibels on my low end. With my mid and my highs, I brought them up slightly just to bring out the low end. Now, I know it doesn't make sense and it doesn't sound right, but when you're listening to it, and if you listen to it, you can hear it as well as you can see it. As you begin to slowly bring up your mids and your highs, it tends to make that bass sound a little bit smoother. In this particular song, I brought them up a little bit. The highest was 1.9 decibels. That was it. Nothing past 2 decibels. On my mid-range frequency of 1,000 hertz, I took that to -2. What that did was it actually dropped that bass, that mid-range of that bass. It took it down lower. And then the 500 hertz, I brought that down slightly, but at the 250 hertz range and on, and going backwards rather, that's where I begin my increase. Taking it up that way, to me, it gives me a smoother, much richer bass, in my opinion, based upon what kind of music I'm listening to. So let me wrap this up for you guys. So once again, I am going to have some of these settings put in the end of this video for you guys. You can use them, try them out on your own with your headphones, your earbuds. Again, nothing is a perfect science. Everything is all about adjusting till you get that perfect sound that you like and was preferable to your ears. So once again, headphones and earbuds, two different sounds, but they both sound good. So try the settings on your headphones, then try them on your earbuds, and you make those adjustments from there. And on that note, guys, until the next video, you guys have a good day, and I look forward to seeing you guys on the next one. Have a good day, guys.